You're getting some aerobic fitness in. Good. I need it.
What was just revealed from the Indiana Fever's training camp will astound you. Oh, this isn't your typical practice video. You know what? A covert video has surfaced online and is causing a stir in the basketball community. Leading the charge and putting in a lot of effort and strategy made the Indiana Fever's camp more than simply a workout. Only Caitlin Clark, the WNBA's record-breaking sensation. You don't think you know this Clark. The leaked video, which is now trending on X and beyond, depicts a changed Caitlin that has turned into a terrifyingly attractive person. She is on a quest to dominate, not merely to prove herself, and let's just say that the rest of the league should be quite anxious. Oh, believe this, you must see it. Now, Clark is completely destroyed. Her focus is sharper and her form is crisper. In a shooting gauntlet from every angle, she effortlessly drained 3 after 3 after torching through full-court sprints. Let's talk defense. Her passes and shoots are so accurate that teammates like Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston seemed like co-stars on a basketball court. As though she had already advanced to the WNBA Finals, she locked down imaginary opponents. This wasn't the norm. This was a statement, but the really shocking part comes after. This entire session was a masterclass in psychology. With that fiery passion you only see in legends, Clark wasn't just working, she was leading. She yelled out plays that uplifted spirits and demanded greatness. According to insiders, she has spent hours watching footage, meditating, meeting one-on-one with Stephanie White, the new head coach, and scrutinizing every little aspect. This is mental combat, not simply physical combat. While the rest of the league is locked in checkers, Clark is engaged in a game of chess. Additionally, you won't believe Coach White's response. She was astounded to see Clark in action for the first time. During a recent Purdue lecture, White likened Clark's motivation to that of Tamika Catchings, describing her as a coaching sponge who absorbs adjustments to her playmaking, footwork, and defense as if she were getting ready for a takeover. White's amazement only deepened after viewing the leaked video, since what she witnessed actual transcendence rather than only possibility. The fans are giddy. The Fever want to steamroll their way to the WNBA championships, not merely secure a postseason berth. Caitlin Clark is no longer the target. She is the storm and the hunter. She is in charge of a group of wolves that are poised to destroy the league. If you thought the last season was crazy, get ready because Clark 2.0 has come and she isn't playing around. You'll be shocked by what had Stephanie White was rendered utterly silent. Keep in mind that this woman has witnessed it all. The legendary Indiana basketball player and coach Stephanie White believed she had already seen the pinnacle of success when she led the Fever to championship victory. However, despite her extensive history, nothing could have prepared her for Caitlin Clark 2.0. And guess what? White was called back to restore a collapsed empire after years of witnessing the Fever fade into mediocrity and miss postseason season after season. And just when optimism appeared to be a far-off fantasy, Caitlin Clark appears, resembling a plot point from a sports film. The same Caitlin who guided the Fever to their first postseason trip in almost 10 years, the same Caitlin, now more intimidating, sharper, quicker, and bulkier. White's jaw nearly fell to the ground when the leaked training camp video of Clark ripping through drills like a woman possessed appeared. She wasn't only seeing the development of a top player. She was witnessing a dynasty's rebirth. Clark's powerful physique, lightning-fast judgment, and vicious temperament. Yes, White was astounded as well. This was a change in power, not simply a possibility. White, who trained legends to play with giants and win trophies, was in amazement. Clark's ability to dominate the court and set the tone with each ferocious pass and dagger 3 is equally as impressive as her sheer skill. According to reports, White claimed that Clark makes her think of Tamika Catchings. However, she is now taking things a step further. It gets stranger because Clark isn't just channeling legends, she's becoming into one. This is not a one-man show. The front office has meticulously selected a squad of reinforcements to meet Clark's appetite. We are discussing Aaliyah. Boston's post-bullying defenders' second quarters seem like fourth-quarter crunch time because of Kelsey Mitchell's persistent deep shooting and a tenacious bench unit. The Fever, led by Caitlin like a battle-hardened commander, aren't just focused on making the playoffs. They want to destroy anything that stands in their way. Every switch, screen, every item shouts, "Revenge Tour." After spending years in the woods, Stephanie White's eyes were flaming with belief in addition to being wide with pride. The Fever have a team prepared to trample their way back to the top, a superstar coach who has seen the promised land and put it in writing. The Fever are back, and their goal is to dominate the WNBA, not to play nice. On the Indiana Fever's sidelines, Stephanie White is back where she belongs, but this time she's accompanied by a game-changing rookie who is dominating the league. Caitlin Clark, and you know what? Unbelievably, Stephanie White's path has gone full circle, and this partnership may be the most dangerous coach-player combination the WNBA has seen in years. Yes, in her first season as head coach, she once guided the Indiana Fever to WNBA final success in 2015. She was a standout player for the same franchise prior to that. A tough guard with a good basketball intelligence, yes, it is correct. She was a Big Ten Player of the Year, an NCAA winner with Purdue, a WNBA champion, and a well-liked coach at Vanderbilt. The stunner is this, though. Following all of the potential, the Fever entered an almost decade-long downturn. Fans turned away from them as they missed the playoffs year after year. The thrill subsided till today. Everything is changing now that Caitlin Clark has entered the building. Clark is a force of nature, not simply a rookie. She broke collegiate basketball records, crowded stadiums nationwide, and introduced the women's game to new audiences. Her vision was surreal. She boosted her confidence through the roof. And you know who would be the best coach to help her? White. Stephanie White and Clark are similar in that they both play with intelligence, hard work, and passion. White has the answers, while Clark is a sponge, coachable, eager, and inquisitive. Stephanie is transforming Caitlin into more than simply a celebrity by teaching her leadership skills and designing plays. She is becoming into a key figure in the franchise. Imagine this now. Leading the attack with a formidable lineup behind her, Caitlin Clark was all pumped up. The Fever didn't simply draft Clark and move on. Instead, they strengthened their system, rallied their supporters, and recruited reinforcements around her. Under Stephanie's leadership, they are not only ready to compete, but also to destroy anybody who is in their way. Furthermore, White isn't only calling plays. She is teaching Caitlin how to take charge, own the limelight, and rule with poise and determination. This goes beyond coaching. You can sense that it's mentoring and that it's effective. The return of the Indiana Fever for the first time in almost 10 years, the playoffs are within sight. The rebirth of the culture the WNBA is carefully observing because sparks are created when a generational talent and a leader with fighting experience are together. This group has more than simply promise. This marks the beginning of a new empire. And you know what? This is only the beginning. For future updates, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, and share this video if you liked it. Keep an eye out.